Subscribe now or the next time I see you, I'm gonna pull your pants down. And you're gonna look stupid. Guess what? I bought games. Yeah, I still haven't learned how to budgetize my spendings. 7 new games, where 2 are for Nintendo Switch and 5 are for PlayStation 5. And I bought one game, it's one of the PlayStation 5 games that's biggest fucking disappointment of 2025. Although I partly blame me for getting too excited, just reading kind of the overview and can't help it, my feelings got the better of me and I got burned. I got burned bad. Anyway, let's check out the games I got, because that's why we're here for. Half of these you might have already seen, because I did a lot of unboxings, so yeah, some of these are not going to be surprised that I have them, but I've played all of these at least a little bit, so now I can talk about these. We'll start with Nintendo Switch, like I said there, and the first game that I unboxed, Bobble, EveryBubble. That's right, I got the collector's edition for this, and I gotta say it was probably my favorite collector's edition of anything I got last year. I mean, you got those plushies of Bob and Bob. Ooh, those were so great. I fucking loved those. Anyway, if you wanna know more about the collector's edition, go check out my unboxing of Bobble, EveryBubble collector's edition. I played this a little bit. I played this actually with my girlfriend, co-op. There was versus mode. It's weird that neither one of us isn't dead, or at least badly injured even. It can get quite competitive between us. I blame my girlfriend more than me, cause, well, women and their temper. Poor things can't even control their emotions. Anyway, it's a puzzle game, it's not Bubble like NES Bubble or the arcade Bubble or anything like that. It's where you go around and put enemies in bubbles and burst those. No, this is the one where there's different colored balls on the upper screen, and your guy is down here, and you need to shoot colored balls that match the color of the ball you're hitting. So, once you get like 3 balls that are same color, they pop and they disappear. Pretty simple idea, clear the screen, and that's about it. We also did a little co-op when it comes to the story mode with girlfriend, so yeah, it wasn't just everything versus stuff we did, and we beat the first world, and I think we might have actually beat the second world too. I can't remember, or maybe we stopped just a little before. I think we beat the second world too, I'm pretty sure. Really, honestly, there's just not a lot to talk about this. It's pretty simple idea. Match the color of the balls and make them pop. Disappear. There are certain types of special items too that help you on that quest, if you happen to run into those, or catching those, by shooting bubbles and all that. It's a fun game, it's a puzzle game. I'm not great at puzzle games. Puzzle games, it says puzzles are hard, but I like it. It's a fun game. It's one of those games you can just pop in whenever and play a few puzzles and just go on with your life. My second and last game for Nintendo Switch I got, or actually this is 2 games because this is a collection. I just had to get this because I've heard so much good things about these games, so yeah. Lunar Remastered Collection. Really seems like people who played this back in the days really loved this. These are JRPGs, 16-bit style, so yeah, those are right up my alley. I do love that, and I played through the first Lunar. It wasn't too long. I think it took me like 25 hours, something like that, if I remember correctly. It's been a couple of months since I beat this. I haven't even started the second one. When it comes to the first one, I have to say like I said, I've heard a lot of positive things about this. It didn't blow me away, but I still enjoyed it. A bit slow on the start there, so, at some point I was kind of like, is this going anywhere? And towards the end, like the last, not even third, probably like last fifth was kind of where the things started really pick up, and I think story-wise it got better and more interesting, but overall, I liked it. It's a really basic 16-bit JRPG game, in my opinion. Well, I guess if you played it back then when it came out, you sort of kind of had to be there then. That's when I think I hold this in a higher pedestal, but no, it was alright. At some point I might play the second one too, but the first one wasn't like, I gotta play the second one right away. It was good. Good basic 16-bit JRPG. I dug it. I don't really have a lot else to say about it. You save the world like you always do in these games, JRPGs. Also, I do have to say I did enjoy some of the modernizations that they put in this, like faster battles and automatic battle, which I use a lot. That was it kind of made things more swift, and I really appreciated that. Usually I'm kind of like old school, you know, you have to grind your way, the way they were meant to be grinded when games were first released, but when it comes to JRPGs, especially the older ones and games that look as simplistic as this, the grinding can get kind of, you know, when you're trying to grind level, it can get kind of tedious, so yeah, I really appreciated the faster battles and auto battles. Overall, I'd say good game. Not the best JRPG I've ever played, but good game. Then we get to my PlayStation 5 games, and this is one that I unboxed, Collector's Edition, and or was it Limited Edition? It wasn't like the biggest edition, but actually I kind of dug that edition, because it wasn't too expensive, and I got a kind of kick-ass poster from it, which is actually on my wall in my living room. You can't see it here, so man. But the game itself, it's Terrifier, the arcade game, and I love Terrifier movies. They're so fun, they're gory and so over the top, and yeah, just they're freaking fantastic. And the guy who plays the clown, Art the Clown, fantastic job. He's just the mannerisms and the facial expressions. I've said this during the Collector's Edition too, but he's so goddamn good in that role. Then there's this game. It's a beat 'em up. I like beat 'em ups. It is gory, I'll say that. I like gory. Sometimes there's like severed eyeballs and teeth that are stuck on the screen, and there's blood that just jumps on the screen. But yeah, this is like well, I imagine the developing of this game went pretty much like this. Hey, we have this pretty simplistic structure for a beat 'em up game. It's not really like great or even good. It's kind of mediocre. Maybe even a little below mediocre. Any idea how we can sell this crap to people? Let's make it Terrifier. Those fans are stupid. And that's probably how it went. And it worked. I bought this. There's nothing special about it. You got your light attack, you have your heavy attack, you have your special attack. You can dash, you can run, you can do executions too, you know. There's 2 executions per character. There's Art the Clown, then there's the little freaky girl, and then there's what was the chick's name with the fucked up face that was in Terrifier 3 more. You can see her in the first Terrifier 2, but fuck, I forgot her name. Her, that's on the cover there, behind Art the Clown. And also you have 4th character, which is Chris Jericho's mental hospital guard. I guess because he's Chris Jericho. I think Chris Jericho might have funded this game just so he can be in it. It kind of smells like that. I didn't beat this. I put this on. I played like a couple of chapters. I think I got in the 3rd chapter. There's 7 chapters. At least what I looked from the trophies. So yeah, I'm probably not gonna go back. It was there is 4-player co-op, so that's something if you can get 4 people to play, or 3 people to play with you. But yeah, no, just bare bones. Kind of old school beat 'em up, but this shouldn't be on anyone's best beat 'em up games list ever. I mean, I don't blame you if you want to put this there. I mean, if you're a huge Art the Clown fan and that's enough for you, because Lord knows I put stuff on my list that, because I just like one weird thing about them too much, so yeah, I can't really judge anyone, but this isn't really, it's I'm not gonna talk anymore about that. Just next game I have here, and luckily this one was way better beat 'em up game. I'm not saying this was the best either, but this I actually enjoyed playing. Double Dragon Revive. I got the deluxe edition. I did an unboxing of this, and yeah, I played this through. I'm a huge Double Dragon fan. I kind of dug this game. It wasn't as good as Streets of Rage 4. When they revitalized that series, this isn't as good as that, but still enjoyable. This one's more 3D, because Streets of Rage 4, that kind of stayed more true to its roots and kept it kind of more 2D-ish. This one, yeah, 3D. I find these kind of 3D beat-em-up games, low-budget ones, are kind of... They do feel kind of janky and clunky and stiff at some points. This one has that too, but it didn't really bother me or anything like that. Overall I really enjoyed this. This was a pretty goddamn nice Double Dragon beat 'em up game. Yeah, I didn't regret this. There's also a little bit of environmental attacks. I always loved when there was a car, you could throw people just heads through every goddamn window, so that was always kind of fun. And but it's nothing mind-blowing, but just, I think this is a pretty good, solid beat 'em up game. I think I might be overselling it a little bit because I love Double Dragon, but it was better than that Karate Kid, Cobra Kai, whatever, Karate Kid Saga, whatever. I enjoyed that a little bit too, but yeah, this was definitely better than that. But not as good as Streets of Rage 4. I really don't know what else to say about this. I liked it. You got 4 characters. There's Bimmy and Jimmy, Jimmy and Billy, and this time you get to play as Marion, and then there was also one ninja character. I don't know if that's the same ninja as Double Dragon 3 on NES, because I can't remember the ninja character's name or anything about him in that game. I just know there was a ninja character, so yeah, especially if you get this cheaper and you just feel like you want to play some old school beat 'em up, maybe give this a try. I liked it, so you should too. God damn it. Next game I got is definitely the best game from this pile. This was fantastic. This actually made my Game of the Year list, top 7 list. If you haven't seen it, go check it out. But yeah, we got more ninja action. I mean, I bought Ninja Gaiden before and loved that. I was like, this is fantastic. There's no way anyone can beat this. Well, god damn it. I bought this too, and this beat it. A little bit. Actually, this one does have kind of more things going for it. So yeah, this is clear winner, but still kind of close. Shinobi Art of Vengeance. Yeah, just 2D style hack and slash ninja action. Really smooth, really just plays fantastically, and the art style. First I went with Ninja Gaiden because I like that 8-bit, 16-bit style graphics that one had. 16-bit, I guess more. I love that style, and this one has this kind of cartoony style, and I've never really been too big of a fan. Sometimes it works, but oftentimes I'm kind of bit put off by that kind of style. And but yeah, this was actually on a little sale, so it was a bit cheaper than what it was when it came out. So I was like, well, fuck it, I'll try that because I loved Shinobi games. I think I preferred Shinobi games over Ninja Gaiden games. I've gone over this on my Game of the Year list thing, so I'm not gonna get stuck on that. But yeah, overall I like Shinobi games more than Ninja Gaiden games. So you know what? I'm gonna fucking buy that. And I'm gonna play it. And let's see how it is. It might suck. It might not be as good as Ninja Gaiden. Oh boy, was I wrong. This is just fantastic. I love the levels and all. They're big. They have this kind of bit of Metroidvania style thing going for them. They have a lot of places you can't go until you get certain skills. This is still linear gameplay where there's level after level after level after level. And until the final boss and all that. But once you get new skills that allow you to enter new places, you can go back and replay those levels and try to collect all the treasures and do all the secret fights and whatever things are there, that you can find and collect. I actually went back and 100% a couple of levels. It's so enjoyable just going around in this, and yeah, this is just so awesome. I really enjoy playing this. Boss fights are great. Haven't still beaten this. I got the last boss. I beat his first form. Motherfucker had second form. I just kind of learned the first form and how to beat that, and yeah, it's not like I usually had a lot of energy, and the second form's even harder, and I wasn't feeling like I wanted to throw my controller to the wall at that moment, so gave it a couple of tries, then I stopped. Haven't gone back yet. I hope I do go, because sometimes I just kind of forget about these and then they just kind of stay there. I think it would be better if you played Ninja Gaiden first, though, if you're really interested in ninja games and you want to play both, because, I do consider this step up from that. Only thing that Ninja Gaiden, though, had going for it, I really like that you could jump and swirl with your sword, so you could kind of keep jumping from enemy to enemy to enemy. That one was kind of cool mechanic that this one doesn't have, that I like, but this one overall has just way more skills and all that kind of stuff, attacks, combos, whatever. Last year was great for ninja fans. God damn it, ninjas are making a comeback. And it's good, at least in game forms. In movie forms, Yeah, probably not. Second last game, and I bought this. I wanted to play this before I made my Game of the Year list, and I did, and I enjoyed this, but this didn't make my Game of the Year list. Well, anyway, the game is Daemon x Machina, Titanic Scion. Mech game, I love mechs. If you didn't know that by now, I love mechs. This isn't like Mech Warrior, which I fucking love. You know, more slow paced. Mechs feel heavy, like they got some firepower and armor and all that. They feel like tanks. I love that feeling. Then there's the other side, where there's Armored Core, where the mechs are just nimble and fly around and, you know, you go all around. Fucking love that too. Both styles, great. This one is closer to Armored Core, but it's not as fluid. It's really not as... The mobility isn't as fun as in Armored Core. It's still kind of cool, but sometimes it can be the camera, you know, especially if you're using close combat weapons, the camera can go all over the place, especially if you're trying to kind of sprint your way to enemy and hit him. Usually the camera just goes fucking wherever, and it has its downfalls. The story is what it is. It's alright, you know. I haven't played this through. I'm not even halfway through. Here's the thing. I started this, I played this probably like 10 hours, something like that. That's really not that much, because there seems to be a lot to play in this. I was like, I'm not feeling this. This probably isn't getting on my Game of the Year list. So I switched to Shinobi, and I got stuck playing Shinobi, so I kind of forgot about this, and the other day I popped this in again, and I was like, I'm gonna continue where I left off. Man, Controls, I was kind of missing those, and I was getting my ass kicked, so I'm probably gonna go back to this and give it another better go at some point. But yeah, it's good. I love some of the enemies. They're, you know, like boss fights, they're huge robots, and they look impressive, and those are kind of fun fights. You can target those bosses, you know, certain parts, like limbs or anything, you know, depends what they look like usually, or what kind of parts they do have, but you can usually target those different parts, and it's alright. A lot of parts, a lot of weapons. You have a pretty big open world area. It is more like area. I mean, it's areas that are kind of connected a little bit. That's kind of the design. When you take a look at the map, you know, it does seem to have like certain bigger areas and caves and all those that connect those. Also, you got your arena fights, and there's even a card game in this. You know, you can find different cards and play the card game. That was kind of fun. I always enjoy card games in games like this, you know, Witcher and Final Fantasy 8 and 9 and whatever other games had card games. I always kind of dig those. They're fun distractions so things don't get too mundane. They kind of break the cycle of doing the same thing over and over and over again. So yeah, in that sense, I think that was a good add to this. I enjoy this, but it didn't make my list. It's not that good. I'd say it's like 8 out of 10. I haven't given these numbers, by the way, this time. I'd say it's like 8 out of 10. Double Dragon is probably like 8 out of 10 too. Both games are good adds to their own genres, but they're not the top shelf stuff. They're kind of the middle shelf stuff. Not the bottom shelf, middle shelf. Maybe 7.5. Yeah, 7.5. Double Dragon is still 8. Then we get to the last game of this video, and this was... I blame myself. I let myself psych myself way too high, and you probably know this. I'm kind of a racing fan. You know, I love racing games. I've been waiting for Wreckfest 2 for ages now. I keep mentioning that every now and then because I really want to get to that. That's gonna be the Game of the Year or whatever year that comes out. It could have been last year's Game of the Year. I haven't even played that, and I'm already saying it could have been Game of the Year. I miss good racers, so I kind of caved. I went and checked what other racing games are coming out. You know, I need something, because I'm feeling like a crack addict here, you know. I just want to drive, you know, turn the wheel and push the pedals. I saw this game there. Well, I might as well show it. Project Motor Racing. And I do believe this is made by the same guys who did Project Cars. And I really like Project Cars, the first one, and the second one too. And the third one I never played. I hear they went more arcadey, which I'm actually fine, so you know, it wouldn't have bothered me, but still I never bought that. So yeah, this kind of feels a lot like Project Cars. Now it's been a long while since I played Project Cars. What I remember from playing Project Cars was it kind of feels really realistic. The driving was always hard. I always kind of enjoyed that. But in this one, they sold this to me. 70 plus cars, so not like hundreds of cars, but still pretty good. 27 famed tracks with dynamic weather, adaptive racing and drying line, and 24-hour day and night cycles. That's great. But the thing, you can choose at the start where you want to start. You know, you can like start driving with the really fast supercars, the best cars out there, and all that. You know, you can pick your garage or car, manufacturer or whatever. And go do those races, or you can start from the bottom and work your way up from the cheapest cars available, pretty much. You know, the cheapest crap. That's something of an idea that I love in car games. You know, I always want to start from the bottom. You really gotta work for it, you know, work to achieve glory and gold and all the best stuff. So anyway, I picked the lowest level. Then you can pick actually your continent, you know, America, Europe, or Asia. And that actually matters because it depends where the races are. You know, you have to, there are all different types of costs, you know, flying over there and having all those permits and all that. I mean, this like follows that thing real closely. So yeah, I started from Europe and I took the, like earliest races. I didn't actually race too much in this, but because, well, there's gonna be problems. And also if the car damages, you know, you have to pay for those. That's something I love. You have certain budget. You don't get money straight out from races. You have to have sponsors and you have certain budget for your season. And when you start from the bottom, your budget isn't great. And this was really sold to me that if you start with the kind of worst crap, you're basically gonna be fighting for the last places. You know, maybe you'll get to the top 10 or something like that. I love that idea. You're there, you're like 15 and you're trying to get to 13, and that's actually a good thing when it comes to the whole race. You know, it's not all about winning, it's about doing better, getting better sponsors and all that, and doing better in the future in that way, in that sense. Also, if you go out of tracks, you hit your opponents and stuff like that, you get penalties, you might get fines. That's something I really love the idea, because that makes you drive kind of more carefully and you have to really think about when you're overtaking your opponent. So what's the problem here? That sounds fucking fantastic, and it is fucking fantastic and all that. Well, racing. To be more precise, the enemy AI is fucking, well, I can't say stupid, it's just kind of one track roller coaster basically. Here's the thing, I thought I was gonna have like real fights with the last ones. We obviously have worse cars, but no, the enemies, every goddamn race I played, like I said, I didn't play too much because I got bored with this fucking thing. Every enemy car you're racing against, they all go in this same line, same speed, same line. They don't really like break apart. There's nothing, no one's slower, no one's faster. It's always this neat line when you look at the map where they're driving. If you're faster than the last one, you're faster than the first one. If you're slower than the first one, you're slower than the last one. You either pass all or you don't pass anyone. I mean, you can, I got stuck driving there in the middle too, because, well, I gotta be careful that I don't hit other cars. There's penalties and fines and all that. Does the AI give shit about that? Nope. They all drive this certain kind of track, and even if you slow down in front of them, they don't try to go past you. They just go like fucking on tracks pretty much. It's stupid, it's boring. I had such high hopes when I read about this. I was like, man, this is gonna be a great game. I'm gonna be spending a lot of time playing this. I did few races, and I did like the time modes also and practices, because I really wanted to learn the tracks and be the best I can be at those. But then it's like, it's a wet fart. That's what this game is, wet fart. It's not like completely useless. I'm not saying that. The driving is still, it feels good. It's kind of really simulation style stuff. But I want to race against enemies who are kind of different from each other, and I want some kind of randomness happening. You know, if someone hits me, I want there to be consequences for the AI driver too. You know, now it's just kind of nothing for him. For me, I'm fucked. But he's just going in the same goddamn line, keeping the same goddamn distance. I mean, when you're driving the time attack mode or time qualifying thing where you try to get, faster times than other ones got, you look at the times, there's like 15 other cars. They're always pretty much the same. They're all kind of inside 1 or 2 seconds. There is difficulty level here too, and that's kind of what killed my enjoyment when it comes to Project Cars games too. The difficulty is made in such a moronic way, so goddamn stupid. The difficulty level is it was either from 0 to 100 or 20 to 100. Okay, I started playing this, I actually put it to 100. I was like, I'm getting my ass kicked. I was like 5 seconds behind every lap. I got better, and later on I was like 2 seconds behind every lap. At that point I was like, fuck it, I'll drop the difficulty a little bit. Then I saw it, I think it was from 20 to 100. Well, I put it like, I don't know, 35 or something. Well, then I was beating their ass easily, almost like 10 seconds or something. If not even 10 seconds. Maybe it was 15 seconds, I can't remember, but I was beating them by a mile. Then I went there and put it up a little bit more until I found the sweet spot where I can kind of beat them. And that's it. If I would have put it higher, then I would have lost them. That is so stupid. You can't. When it comes to difficulty mode, it's so stupid if it's that kind of fine tuning. Because then obviously you're gonna put it there where you win, and not there where you lose. It's way better when it's easy, medium, hard, or very easy, medium, hard, very hard. Because that gives you it doesn't give you an exact science. Okay, this one's a bit too easy, this one's kind of challenging. So, you're gonna go with the challenging and you're gonna learn that. But now you're just fine tuning it like, oh yeah, that's the sweet spot. That's where I win every time and they lose every time. If I turn it even a millimeter or inch, whatever, fuck, left, I'm gonna keep losing again. It's just, that is so stupid way of putting difficulty. It pisses me off. And I paid the full price because I pre-ordered this. I saw it, I read it all, about how you can start from the bottom and work your way up and how you have to take in consideration the budget and all that, when you're fixing your car and... Then the racing's that shit. The racing's just worthless. It's not worthless. It's still kind of great, the whole feeling when you're driving and all that, but it pissed me off. Like I said, I psyched myself way too high. I had way too high expectations. This one didn't do it for me. No, I'm not gonna go back and play this anymore. Screw it. If I have to give that a score, it's probably like 7 or 6.5 when you think about it realistically. But just because I'm so pissed, I'm gonna give it 4. Fuck! How do you fuck up your enemy AI like that? It's just not fun to race. They're missing the random factor. They're missing variables between all the other racers. Anyway, those were all the games I got, and I didn't give scores to it. I'm just gonna give quick scores to the ones I didn't give. Puzzle Bubble, EveryBubble, it's fun. I mean, it's a simple idea, you can't really fuck that up. It's like 8, because if you like puzzle games, you're probably gonna like this. It's not gonna blow your mind, but it is what it is, and that's the way it stays. Lunar, I only played the first one. I'm gonna give it like 7.5. Like, it was a decent JRPG. I think I needed to play it back then, and I like I said, I hold it in higher regards. Terrifier, I think did I give this a number? Well, like 4.5. It's just really bare bones. Double Dragon Revive, I'm gonna give it 8. Probably most people are gonna give it like 7, but I'm a huge Double Dragon fan, so. And Shinobi, that's like 9.2, maybe. This one, Daemon X Machina, 7.5. Yeah, I'm gonna put 7.5. Project Motor Racing, 4. Like I said, fuck that. I mean, realistically, it's probably like maybe 7. What was your biggest disappointment in 2025? Put down in the comments. YouTube likes that shit. They think someone's actually watching this and communicating with me, and I'm communicating back. So, it encourages YouTube to share these videos. I guess that's how it works. No one really knows how YouTube algorithm these days works. Anyway, fuck off, I'll fuck off, and we'll meet back here when I upload more crap. And what are you gonna play? I already asked, what's your biggest disappointment? Just answer that. And, write something else if you want. Just, no links. YouTube don't like links. I was gonna say no dirty stuff, but I kind of like dirty stuff, so screw it. I'm gonna go and check out what's coming out. I still kind of want something to race. Fuck! Why is it so hard? Breakfast 2. There's rumors it might come out by the end of this year. The PlayStation 5. It's on early access on PC. I'm not touching those early access stuff. Fuck those. But if it comes at the end of this year, there's gonna be an orgy of bent steel and tires and whatever. I'm gonna go. Goodbye.